So Pikmin 4 released July of this year, 2023. This series is beloved by so many diehard Nintendo fans, and as somebody who's only vaguely familiar with the games and hates fighting against good Olimar players in Smash, I kind of felt left out a little bit. Everyone I know was so extremely hype about a new Pikmin game, and I couldn't help but wonder, is 2023 the year of the Pikmin? Is it time for me to go full Pikmin? I mostly want an excuse to buy Pikmin plushies without being a total poser. So yes, I am gonna get into Pikmin and see what all the hype is about. But I don't like starting a game from the latest release. This is also why I haven't played much Final Fantasy. Don't kill me. I'm just a start from the beginning and play all games in order kind of gal. So I would like to start with Pikmin 1 and work my way through the catalog all the way to Pikmin 4. It is time to see what Miyamoto's little weird gardening brainchild is all about. They added Pikmin 1 and 2 to the Nintendo Switch eShop in June, announcing their port during a Nintendo Direct. This was right before Pikmin 4's release, presumably to build hype for the game and get people interested in Pikmin that may not have been before. And now you can play nearly every Pikmin game besides Hey Pikmin on the Switch. They really want more people to get into these games. I went ahead and bought Pikmin 1 and 2 on Switch as a bundle. Normally I'd wait for the physical release, but for the sake of this video, I'll settle for a digital download. But before we get sucked into Pikmin World, we have a really cool game sponsoring today's video, Blue Wednesday. Available on Steam, Blue Wednesday is an adventure narrative that touches on topics like love, failure, mental health, all with a sprinkle of jazz, baby. Morris is a pianist navigating a big city through interacting with objects and NPCs, solving puzzles, and playing minigames. Blue Wednesday tells a bittersweet story through Morris's love of music, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I thought it was a beautiful, cozy, melancholic play. The worlds that you get to explore, and all of the people you meet and interact with, and especially the gorgeous art style make this game stand out to me. If you're into narrative games, you know, little bangers that immerse you and tell a beautiful story, Blue Wednesday is worth checking out. If you would like to support the dev team and give Blue Wednesday a play, check out the link in my description. Special thank you to Blue Wednesday for sponsoring this video today. I hope you guys check it out. This game is perfect for a cozy little rainy day. Pikmin was released on the Nintendo GameCube in 2001. You play as Captain Olimar, an alien spacecraft pilot. Before this, I only knew him from Smash, who crash lands on a mysterious planet that kind of resembles Earth a little bit. His life support system only allows him 30 days to gather up his missing ship parts before he presumably dies or something. God, that's so awful. Eventually, we stumble across our first little alien creature, a lovely little dude that grows in the ground, and we call him Pikmin. He's just a little guy who will retrieve tokens that make more of him. How neat. Eventually, I had accumulated even more Pikmin and started building an army of little guys that will perform manual labor for me once I throw the correct amount of them at objects with little numbers on them. Every time they take a token back to their home base, or their onion, as Olimar calls it, it makes another one of them. And look, on our very first day, we found our ship's engine. Olimar's like, "However will I get this back to my ship? I'm just a little dude." Oh, buddy, do I got a solution for you. Oh, shit, never mind. I'll just conjure up more Pikmin. It's fine. Apparently, Olimar has a wife, too, that I'm just now learning about. Get it, Olimar? The Pikmin army successfully transported the engine back to my ship, and it's pretty obvious we still need to find a lot more parts. That night, the Pikmin went back to their little base, and I returned to mine, and flew away, apparently. Wait. What? This thing can fly like this? Anyways, we have 29 days to find 29 ship parts, and apparently the Pikmin would like to come along and help. The next morning, we traveled to a new region, and using all of my Pikmin power, tore down a wall and discovered new creatures. But these creatures aren't nice like Pikmin, they're actually Pikmin eaters. So if I throw enough Pikmin at them, they will presumably kill these creatures and take their bodies somewhere. Awesome. I also learned that Pikmin cannot swim, so no, don't make the same mistake I did, guys. They will fucking die. Also, the larger enemies are more difficult and will pick your little army apart, but no worries, we can always make more Pikmin. Okay, I gotta see what they do with the body. Oh my They sacrifice it to make more Pikmin. That's so fucking metal. At the end of day 2, I had collected another ship part and decided to come back to this area the next morning since there was so much more to discover. And look, we got a whole new type of Pikmin, yellow guys. Yellow Pikmin seem to be a little different than the red ones. They can pick up glowing explosive stones and be thrown like little bombs. I killed a few in the process of figuring this out, you know. I'm so sorry. R.I.P. Rest in Pikmin. Pikmin actually die pretty easily. We're starting to encounter more enemies and more sneaky enemies. I'll be honest, there's a lot of casualties. Even at night, I struggle to get all my Pikmin gathered so they don't succumb to the elements or get eaten. But hey, I'm learning. This is already really fun to explore. There's a lot of interesting enemies and a ton of ship parts to collect in this region. But once we've gathered 5 ship parts, we're able to move on to the next region. We'll have to come back though because there's so many more ship parts and harder monsters to fight here, and I'm starting to suspect that the blue Pikmin, which is gonna be our next Pikmin we unlock, I think they can go in the water. Oh god, this region is much harder than the last one. These monsters are killing all of my Pikmin. They're dropping like flies. No! But finally, I did find the blue water Pikmin, and now I can explore this region and the last one much easier, since these ones are not water soluble. I did accidentally sacrifice a bunch of Pikmin in the process of getting this one. Well, this level is way harder. I got Pikmin dying left and right, succumbing to the elements that they're weak to. I decided to go back to the Forest of Hope to see what kind of progress I can make there, especially with my newfound blue Pikmin. I also am, dangerously low on the guys. You know, it's embarrassing, but I keep getting my ass whooped, so this is a great place to farm more. And there's more ship parts to be collected, and there's plenty of reason to jump around between regions in this game. Also, Olimar has a son. Lore alert! A wife and a kid. But I decided I needed to jump around a bit too. We can return to our initial impact site, which now is beefed up with tons of goodies, and retrieve the last ship part in that region. This was also a way better place to farm Pikmin, and I even found some extra little goodies here and there. Now I feel much more confident if I want to go back to the Forest Navel. But I'm actually really scared of that place, so I figured we could roll through with 100 blue Pikmin back to the Forest of Hope and get a few more parts. I thought we would have to battle this guy, but honestly, we just need to distract him for long enough to get the ship piece out of there, and it worked out pretty well. I only lost like 40 Pikmin before I realized. And then I took all my blue guys over and got yet another ship part. Now we're at 9 out of 30. Since I only have one more part on this map, I decided to just go for it. I gotta fight these birds, I guess. They suck. I watched some guy on YouTube do this because I had to reset the day so many damn times, but I was basically trying to call off my Pikmin on top of where he spawns and have them jump on his head, and boom, Geiger counter. Was a bitch trying to get it out of there though, since there were 2 other birds they had to walk past. We lost so many Pikmin, but hey, now you can learn from my mistakes, I guess. It's time to go back to the Forest Navel. I hate this place. It's hard and it's scary and it's dark. The last time I was here, I saw a few ship parts that were pretty easy to get, and now that I'm kind of like a Pikmin expert, I grabbed those really quickly. And I finally found some exploding rocks, so I got started on crushing some walls, but then I saw this little dude scurrying around. He was fighting my Pikmin for discs. Not cool, dude. My Pikmin brought him back to their onions and smushed them, and would you look at that? This dude had a ship part. Wow, 3 in 1 day. That'll never happen again. Now we did unlock a new area thanks to all the ship part collecting we've been doing, but I think we're gonna keep trying to progress in the Forest Navel for now. My strategy is to basically go explore, find a ship part, figure out what I need to do and what variations of Pikmin I need, and then haul them over so we can haul the part back. week. I've actually been resetting the days a lot just because we want to maximize our time and avoid murdering as many Pikmin as possible. Yeah, I'm not very good at protecting these little guys. I might just be stupid, actually. It took me quite a few days, but I gathered all of the ship parts in the forest navel, having to reset a couple times, but regardless, I got them all collected and even learned more about Olimar's little family along the way. The only one that gave me a lot of trouble was the one guarded by Beady Longlegs over here, the boss of this area. He was a total bitch. It took me so long to learn how to fight him. He killed most of us, unfortunately, due to my neglect mostly. I keep forgetting that yellow Pikmin die in fire, but I need them because they can actually be thrown higher. But once I figured out how to fight this guy, it was a piece of cake. Now it's day 19. We get to move into the Distant Spring region. This place has lots of water. Time for my blue Pikmin to shine. In the immediate area by the ship are a few parts that were relatively easy to get since I already had a massive amount of blue Pikmin. One of them was just a massager. Okay, Olimar, do what you gotta do. He is an old man, after all, and this is very taxing work. You know, he's got a wife and kids and everything. Old. There's a lot of new enemies here, like the blowy guys and more squishing guys, and even a bug that'll snatch your Pikmin right up. But 4 ship parts in 2 days? Not bad, not bad. My favorite thing is the little philosophical tidbits that you get at the end of the day sometimes. Like, why don't the Pikmin attack me? Maybe they think Olimar is their dad. Oh, that's so cute. I love this game. The next day we got yet another part, just one though. Kinda took me all day. Olimar's just in his emo phase. How much suffering must I endure before I can finally see my family again? Jeez, dude, chill. We're almost done. Kinda killing the vibe here. We've got 6 parts left. 5 more in the Distant Spring, and 1 mystery part. I like how there's a mix of little Pikmin activities and little Olimar activities. He doesn't do much, but when we gotta run around and figure out how to navigate the Pikmin and have them do our bidding, ooh, that's just so fun. I guess I'll just keep working my way down the map and grab pieces as I go. God, these Pikmin are just all over the place. I had to attempt this twice because I kept accidentally killing my entire army, but the spider is actually not that hard. I didn't even try to kill the last one, I don't think. Nope, just went off pure vibes. I am running low on Pikmin thanks to this fucking guy, so harvesting the corpses of my enemies is top priority right now. Unfortunately, I didn't realize my Pikmin were stuck here trying to retrieve this ship part. Kinda sucks, since I now ultra fucked them trying to get my spider. I'll have to take the L on the spider since it's gonna despawn and wait for the next day to go back and get that ship part. There's just no way I'm redoing this day over again. I brought an assload of guys over and figured it out, and even found another part in the process. I'm also learning about these little flowers that spit out Pikmin in the corresponding color. All you have to do is sacrifice a Pikmin. I can use this to my advantage, but the daylight is running out, so I'll grab it tomorrow. And then, oh God, these Pikmin got blown away. They just can't be helped. Can't let them do anything around here. Okay, gotta get the blowy guy out of here, and then it's time to go back and turn my blues into yellows, and then my yellows into blues so they don't drown themselves. I even had time after all of that to go get the 29th ship part, which was really easy to grab, and the ship's capabilities increased. I now only need 1 final part that is located in 1 last region, the final trial. Okay, so this place is kind of just testing you on how good at Pikmin you are. You gotta allocate the appropriate Pikmin for certain tasks and guide them to do the little things that they're good at, like bomb throwing and fire withstanding. At the end of these little puzzles is the final boss who will not hesitate to eat every last one of your Pikmin, which is exactly what happened to me. I did learn that he will eat the bombs, and they do a good amount of damage. So I gathered another group and decided to try again. And I got pretty far just by pelting him on one side of his body. Unfortunately, I did not get to gather more bombs, but honestly, I could take this guy if I gather more Pikmin. So yeah, I saved this day and farmed Pikmin at the impact site for just 1 extra day. I have time to spare. I'm pretty sure this is like the last dog I gotta tussle with. Alright, time to take this bad boy on again. We got some bombs and a ton of Pikmin, but I'm gonna try to avoid allowing them to be swallowed and go in by myself initially. Strategy queen. then we made it decently far into the battle before he went into his second phase, jump and smush. He smushed basically all of my guys. Never fear, because I have even more Pikmin in the arsenal. No more yellows though, which sucks because they jump higher and that is pretty useful. But after badgering him for a while, he finally gave in and we got our last ship part, our piggy bank safe. That's all 30 ship parts with an extra day and a half to spare. Not bad for my first time. Olimar gets to go back to his home planet where his wife and kids are waiting for him, and he even gets a proper Pikmin send-off. Please don't burn up, little guys. Apparently, this is the good ending, and you get to watch him fly away with tons of different colored onions floating in the distance. Very interesting. Is this foreshadowing? Credits roll, and you get an enemy reel, which is probably how we mostly even know the little guys' names. I kept calling all these guys the whole time. The Bulborbs are my favorite. Snitch bugs can die. Apparently, there are 2 other endings. If you collect a minimum of 25 ship parts at the end of 30 days, Olimar will still leave the planet on a way sketchier ship, probably, and only a few Pikmin send him off. They look so sad. Oh, you don't get credits or a cool enemy reel though. The bad ending happens if you do not get at least 25 parts before your 30 days is up. And Olimar dies. Yes, he does. The Pikmin do come and save him. I don't know about that. Maybe they're harvesting him actually. Oh God, Olimar, no! God, this game fucking ruled. I think everyone should play this game. It was so much fun. Super easy going, not too crazy, just kind of brain scratchy and just beautiful. I am so fucking sold on Pikmin now. And now we got like the gist, you know? We know what Pikmin is about. We know who the little dudes are. We know who the main dude is. We are officially Pikmin pilled. It is time to head into Pikmin 2. This one came out on GameCube in 2004. We got some major lore happening right now. Pikmin 2 brings us to the immediate aftermath of what happened in Pikmin 1, as Olimar returns to his home planet of Hokotate and reports to his boss, who informs him of their company's financial woes. While Olimar was gone, another space explorer, Louis, was out running a shipment of Pick carrots when they got eaten by a ravenous space bunny. Of course they did. The president had to take out a loan to keep the company afloat. And their business's only asset of value, Olimar's spaceship, was repossessed. Louis, this fucking guy. He pointed out a souvenir that Olimar brought back for his kid, and then everybody figured out it was worth something. Nice going, Louis. So now we have to go back to our Pikmin planet and retrieve valuables to help pay off the company's debt. The worst part is, we gotta bring Louis. I was kinda excited to see Louis get ejected from the spaceship, but unfortunately we will not be seeing the last of him. Upon arriving back upon the planet, we are reunited with our little Pikmin and take control of Louis, who has to figure out how to use Pikmin himself and get back to the ship. We can swap between both characters and use them to navigate Pikmin just like before. I, however, like to play as Olimar. Screw you, Louis. Instead of gathering ship parts, we'll be collecting valuables along our journey. Each piece of treasure that we retrieve helps repay our loan, which is our problem now, I guess. Does Olimar even have equity in this company? Does nobody question this? So now we are rebuilding our army, starting again with Red Pikmin. Louis is kind of a drag. He stays by the ship until I can think of something useful for him to do, like bringing me the Pikmin after they're done hauling stuff back to our little base. You know, I just don't like Louis. Our first area is the Emergence Cave, sublevel 1, aka this hole in the ground. Our ship is able to come down here and collect the treasures and beasts from below. However, once we go down, we can't go collect any more Pikmin. So when we're in the cave, we got who we got. And from there, we can go down even deeper to sublevel 2, the final floor here. There's a real big treasure here that requires 100 Pikmin. But how are we gonna get enough to lift it? There's no onions here to make more Pikmin. Our prayers were answered when we stumbled upon a flower. Hey, I know these. They spit out big, hunky, purple Pikmin. Absolute units. They contain the power of 10 Pikmin in just one Pikbod. How is a bottle cap worth 100 and this huge globe is only worth 2? Interesting. This piece of globe is actually part of a map. Neat. And apparently we're on Earth because that's the US right there. God bless, baby. I figured, but like I wasn't really sure until I saw this. Anyways, time to go. It's been fun down here. The next region, Awakening Wood, has a bunch of treasure and even some new enemies. Our Pikmin can finally flower, so I gather up a bunch and head down to another cave, the Hole of Beasts. I don't think time really moves the same down in these caves, so I can sort of mess around and be thorough, making as much money as possible. And I can keep going down and down and down and down, making more purple Pikmin and trying not to kill said purple Pikmin. And of course, just like in the last game, each has their own advantages and disadvantages. The final floor had a mini boss, a big sausage bulborb. I just gotta stay out of her path when she rolls and try not to let her squish my little guys. She got a lot of them, though, not gonna lie. But after she was defeated, we collected her drop, a treasure gauge that will go off when I'm near goodies. Neat. And then we went back up to the surface. What's cool is that we can still finish out the day, so we can explore, gather more Pikmin, and fuck it, even do another cave right before sundown. These Pikmin are cold-blooded murderers, man, especially the purple ones. This cave has another new color of Pikmin, white. Their red beady eyes allows them to see treasure that is buried beneath the ground, which probably explains why my treasure beacon goes off when there's no treasure around. God damn, this treasure sound is so annoying. They also can help out with the purple gas clouds that seem to obliterate the other types of Pikmin. Remember this guy? Yeah, his name is Snagrit. He's not so bad. We know what to do here. But the caves essentially seem like little isolated dungeons. We got several floors and a boss at the end. And now we can use our newfound freak white Pikmin to do things we couldn't before, like gather buried treasure and breaking down purple gas walls. I did find another little globe piece, but unfortunately I spent too much time dicking around to get it back to the ship in time. So I had to go back to this region for a whole other day, which felt like a waste. However, I don't think there's a time limit in Pikmin 2. You can kind of just mosey. There's no 30 days before you die. You're fine. I guess I'm just conditioned. I need blues and yellows to really progress further in this area. There's just too many high ledges and ponds. I feel like the guys I need are in another region. To the perplexing pool. Now this is more like it. There's gotta be blue Pikmin here. Oh, never mind. They're yellow. Well, anyways, I found a cave. This cave has a love nugget. I love the names of all of the little treasures. And tons of enemies and spiders, too. Enemies don't make more Pikmin down here, but they do go for some cash. We can't make more Pikmin while we're in the caves, but when we see flowers, we're able to switch the Pikmin types. Some of these enemies down here are super tough. There's even my least favorite guy, the Pikmin Snatcher. But honestly, these new Pikmin rock and get the job done easy. But in general, the caves are starting to get more elaborate and have way more to do. It got difficult once my numbers started dwindling. I really didn't bring enough Pikmin. The boss in this cave was my good spider Daddy Longlegs friend. It was really hard trying to launch anything up to him, so I think this is a boss we come back for once we have yellow Pikmin. I think we got pretty much all the other loot though. Alright, let's finally go and get these yellow boys. Oh, I finally figured this platform thing out. Earlier, it was giving me trouble in the last region, but I'm just dumb. Okay. And after getting my squad pretty much obliterated, I finally got into the yellow Pikmin den. And we had time to farm a few of them. What I like about this game in comparison to the first one is that it's not so linear. Not like the first one was far in that camp or anything. You still had free will and you could go back to different regions and kind of plan out how you were going to get ship parts. But this one is just in general a little bit more freeform, and the last one kind of guides you through it more. This one doesn't hold your hand so much. Apparently white Pikmin can poison. That's sick. I guess I should allow them to be fodder more often. God damn, that treasure noise is awful. I'm literally never gonna get over that. This cave was pretty long, but I tried to be thorough without losing too many Pikmin. The boss was really easy. I just fed it white Pikmin and it croaked right away. See, work smarter, not harder. The treasure from this boss makes me impervious to fire too. That's sweet. I love that I can also upgrade my little suit. This is so cool. I can put that to the test here and get this very last piece of treasure. Oh, Okay, never mind. I need to somehow get Pikmin up here without drowning them. Shit, hold on. See, wow, look how smart I am. Okay, guys, don't drown. Oh, never mind. They're smart too. We got this. Worth it. Gyroid mention. And that puts us at over 50% debt repaid. Apparently, caves will tell you what kind of Pikmin you need to bring. Wow, I wish I knew that sooner. But anyways, I decided to brave that last cave and ran right to the boss, crushed him, easy mode. Where the hell are the blue Pikmin, by the way? I haven't found them still. This is getting ridiculous. I've been looking around everywhere by the perplexing pool. No dice. Oh well, I found another cave, so we'll figure this one out later. Great, this one, Glutton's Kitchen. Little treasure snatchers called bread bugs are here. Fighting for my life, honestly. There's lots of enemies, lots of loot, but the bread bugs keep taking everything and they are so annoying to fight. They truly just do not give a fuck about your existence. And they move quick. But everything was going really smoothly until we got to the sub-level where rocks were being hurled at us. Not great. I tried to divert their attention from my Pikmin, and Louis actually fucking died. I forgot he was there, to be honest. We got out of there and went to the last floor, which didn't have a boss necessarily, but it did have the biggest bread bug I've ever seen. While I was staring at him, all of my Pikmin unfortunately perished. My bad. I'll come back, maybe. Okay, guys, I figured it out. How to get blue Pikmin. They were just chilling at the Awakening Wood the whole time. I got all my yellow Pikmin to go at this electric fence and win at them. Don't know how I missed this, but hey, we can unlock so much now. I got to work doing all the water stuff. This little pond got drained. How convenient. But having the blue Pikmin opens up to many different little sections of the Awakening Wood. We finally got up to this ledge and slayed a little Snagret who was guarding a cave, but I don't think I'm ready for this cave quite yet. My Pikmin supplies are low. I gotta rebuild. I guess Louis is useful for one thing. I needed another body to help get this treasure, so yeah. First time I've really used him since the tutorial. Otherwise, he gets ditched. Sorry. Let's give this Snagret hole a shot. 100 Pikmin, let's go. This one is confusing. One level, it's totally cave-like, and the next is, like, outside, underground. You know what? Whatever. Now I see why it's called the Snagret hole. There's Snagrets in here. This one even dropped a hot dog, or meat satchel. Great. We've got all my favorite enemies in here. And this is, like, the longest cave ever. Jesus. Finally, the last level. Oh my god. Louis dead again. No self-preservation skills. This isn't going great for me either, okay? But our poisonous white Pikmin are very helpful. And that got our guy down pretty low. The rest is history, baby. We're at 70% debt repaid, and with the power of all Pikmin, it should be relatively simple to get the rest of the cheddar. Having blue Pikmin finally allows us to unlock so many new areas with treasures galore. Heck, my blue Pikmin even drained the lake and revealed a cave. Eventually, I had made my way through the Perplexing Pools map and explored all the caves. One of the last ones being the shower room, which was really difficult, not gonna lie. I always end up losing most of my crew by the time I reach the final sub-level. And then some of the bosses, like this one, are just annoying and really hard when you don't have a ton of Pikmin to work with. So as a less skilled Pikmin player, I'm rarely 100%ing everything, but I'm doing my best. The last cave in the Perplexing Pool, the Submerged Castle, was the hardest by far. On every level, after a few minutes of chilling and trying to collect treasure, as you do, this dude comes out and starts steamrolling all over the place. So I had to skip some treasure and try to get everything done in time. And then it didn't even fucking matter because he steamrolled all my Pikmin anyways. Nice. Fuck this cave, actually. Skipping it. Let's take a break from all of these irritating fucking dungeons and revisit the Valley of Repose, where we initially started our journey. Wow. We got to unlock some new areas, gather new treasure that was previously locked. I do enjoy that Pikmin 2 doesn't have the same time limit as the first game. It allows me to kind of take it easy and, instead of worrying about maxing my days and being super efficient, I like being able to kind of just mosey and chill with my little dudes. The first game's time limit was super unique and I really loved the challenge of it all, but I do enjoy playing more casually. That doesn't mean Pikmin 2 isn't hard, because it's actually a lot fucking harder because of the caves. However, caves are a cool element too. I like the challenge sometimes. This game would be a fun one to come back and replay to get all of the little treasures and actually get good at caves. I love how many new little elements there are in Pikmin 2, like the new enemies, the Pikmin, the fact that you can recruit the enemy's babies to your Pikmin army. Loving the berry spray thing. Oh yeah. There's tons of tools that can help you with battles. Olimar's upgrades. Now he can beat enemies, you know, with his rocket fist. He's not very strong, so Pikmin Army is probably gonna remain the best strat. But exploring the world has been very interesting. You know, once I've been had in the caves, I'll typically return to the surface and skip the bosses. Or like if my numbers have dwindled so badly that I feel like I can't do any more floors, I'd rather keep the treasure, you know? But by the time I got to even attempting the third and final cave in the Valley of Repose, my second treasure put us over 10,000 bones. That's our whole debt repaid. I escaped the cave after snagging a few more treasures and making more white Pikmin, because fuck it. And look at that, mission complete. Now we're returning to our home planet and our boss is just so happy he could cry. Let's blast off. I'm just crying at how beautiful this sequence is. And oh my, we forgot Louie. Well, who fucking cares, I guess. Roll credits. Louie is just destined to live a life amongst the leaves and the grass and with the Pikmin forevermore, I guess. Hopefully he won't be in any of the future games, right guys? Right? Please tell me I'm right. Side note, this is actually so beautiful. I love this. After we get through all the credits, we get some stats on our gameplay and get to choose if we're gonna go back and save Louie or not. There's also a whole other region we didn't even get to unlock, and now the boss is joining us to go save Louie Bluey. Fuck that. He'll do just fine here. Am I right? Ugh. Fine. I guess I'll go save him. This region is wild and wacky and has a ton of great resources for breeding more Pikmin. It is home to 3 caves: the Cavern of Chaos, the Hole of Heroes, and the Dream Den. The Cavern of Chaos is pretty self-explanatory. It's fucking chaotic. But I think I'm giving up on gathering every single treasure because fuck that. That would be a fun thing to attempt another day. But come on, I need 100 purple Pikmin for just this one item. I'm good on that right now. But honestly, I'm just building up the army for the big boy. Dream Den. Dream Den is where Louie is. Louie's grandma, mom, sent a letter wondering where he is. I gotta go rescue him. I don't want to make them worry. Of course, there's 1,000 enemies in this fucking place. My strategy is to run through and avoid as many enemies as possible. Luckily, I don't actually need to take my Pikmin with me to the holes. Okay, I gotta actually do a little work. But we're gonna make it through easy enough. Let's try not to kill my whole squad. Totally cheesing this, but I think I need to be a Pikmin expert not to. Fuck treasure, my boss can suck it. Eventually, I had made it down to level 14 to fight the hardest boss of this game. I assume. It's Louie. In a pile of treasure, but also on top of a big spider. I had to reset this one. It was fucked. I got my entire army wiped like right away. I guess it's time to really utilize my spray and just pummel this guy. He has 4 pieces of equipment that do elemental damage. So water, fire, electricity, and poison. Barraging yellow Pikmin at the pieces of equipment will cause them to fall off and remove this dude's ability to use that kind of attack. I actually had to reset this a few times because I was getting a little cocky and murdered all of my yellow dudes. Eventually, I got all 4 thingies destroyed and got to see this Weevil for what it was. Louie. He was doing this to me the whole time. I got to barrage him with all my other Pikmin because he was hanging low enough and eventually saved him? Kinda? The Pikmin are taking him back to the ship for me since he's kinda out of it. Louie's only worth $10. Sucks for him. Maybe he shouldn't have tried to be greedy and hoard all that treasure for himself. Anyways, now that we saved lazy old Louie, we can move on to our next Pikmin game. I'll probably be coming back to this one to get all the treasure someday in life, but wow, what a sequel. Pikmin 3. This one came out in 2013, so like 9 years after Pikmin 2. I know Pikmin fans were probably starving. As an Animal Crossing fan, I sympathize. I have this one in its physical form for the Wii U. Haven't played much of it, but I'm excited to dive in now that I have infinite Pikmin knowledge. Oh, lore alert. So basically these guys were trying to pillage this planet for its food and resources and crash landed in the process. Karma's a bitch, isn't it? We start off playing as Captain Charlie, whose first mission is to find his friends. Don't know what happened to Olimar. We can only assume him and Louie are dead forever. While looking for his crew, Charlie instead discovers yellow Pikmin. We know these guys. They're our friends now. They can do stuff and defeat enemies for us. Yada yada yada. I'm loving these cinematic cutscenes, by the way. The graphics are super sexy. But I guess we're switching perspectives to Alf, another crew member. He discovers red Pikmin and helps them save their upgraded, pimped out new onion. New mechanic alert, Pikmin can use surrounding objects to build things. How fun is that? They helped Alfie get a hold of his Copad, a device that can be controlled with the Wii U gamepad. It's a map, guys. Pretty much just a map. But I enjoy the Wii U and its weird little gamepad, so I'm excited to see how else it's incorporated into the gameplay. Okay, time to make more Pikmin and get the hell out of Dodge. We discover a data file which has very interesting information about Pikmin. I wonder who possibly could have left this very convenient information just laying around for us to find. We found the ship, the SS Drake. No sign of anyone else, but we did get a call from our gal Brittany, who seems to be lost somewhere and very hungry. But Alf can't do anything about it, so he boards the ship to avoid predators, and our first onion follows. Here we go. We have the threat of impending doom making an epic return. If we don't start collecting food from this planet, I think we'll die, probably. Right? Not good. So we'll have to work on that as we find our friends. Brittany's in the Garden of Hope, it seems. Not only do we need to find her, but we need to gather food and find our cosmic key drive. It's a lot, but that's a piece of equipment the ship needs to get enough momentum to take us back to our home planet. Brittany was found in a pile of cherry blossom petals, just chilling, taking a nap. She's a little more concerned about getting a snack rather than being rescued, so we go on the hunt for our very first piece of food, a strawberry, or sunseed fruit, as it is in the Pikmin universe. The Pikmin return it to the ship for analyses. Now we get to go get Brittany, who is on the other side of a crystal wall. Unfortunately, my plain old red Pikmin can't destroy this wall, so we have to find another solution. Our first mini-boss was a blob holding something super mysterious. A brand new Pikmin type, rock Pikmin. These guys can totally break crystal walls, right? And now we have Brittany back. Looks like our leader dynamics are going to be a lot more prominent in this game too, since we can now throw each other to strategically reach higher objects. We're headed back to the Garden of Hope, chasing a signal that could potentially belong to the captain. I'm really loving this game so far. The fact that Pikmin can build cute little things and we get to launch our teammates to help solve puzzles, it's fun. But check it out, we found a specific journal entry that was very interesting. It was from our good old friend Olimar. I wonder if he's dead, or maybe he'll come into the picture soon. Hopefully he's not dead. He's kind of my favorite. All right, we are getting into our first boss battle. I was really thrown initially, honestly, guys. The cinematic camera's nice until you can't fucking get a high enough perspective to see where your Pikmin are being thrown. At this point, I really miss having the different camera options from 1 and 2, but yeah, I got whooped. What was really annoying was that the time is still going during the boss fight, which was just kind of bad planning on my part. I got the last blows in right as the day timer was about to hit 0, so I didn't get to retrieve the cell phone from him, which was the signal I was getting, not our captain. But I guess I'll just have to come back and get it tomorrow. My Pikmin numbers had dwindled pretty dramatically. After analyzing the cell phone, an ancient communication device from this planet, we decided to use it to boost our own satellite system. That led us to our next region, the distant tundra. And we crash landed again. This time we get to play as Brittany, girl power! And yellow Pikmin, it's my lucky day. Found Alfie, he's on the other side of the bridge, so together using the power of friendship, we repair it and reunite once again. It took me 2 days, but I figured out how to repair the bridge and got the gang back together. This one is a lot more story-driven than Pikmin 2, and it's a little more in line with the time crunch that you feel in Pikmin 1. I feel like rather than being given a bunch of Pikmin types and unleashed upon the region, I am following a stricter story with added responsibilities like gathering fruit and breeding Pikmin when possible. So it's kind of a little more reminiscent of Pikmin 1. Not saying like that's a bad thing or anything. I think this game has a ton of strengths so far. I'm just really appreciating the variety here. I like having games with different directions and styles within a series. Looks like they got rid of caves for the most part. I mean, caves as a concept still exist, but little cave dungeons don't seem to be a part of the vision anymore. I didn't hate them or anything, but I was having a hard time getting through them towards the end of Pikmin 2, so I ended up running past everything just so I could complete the story. Maybe I just suck shit, I don't know. I had reached a special little cave with a new enemy, this big flying guy that hates light. Using my yellow Pikmin, I can conduct electricity through the wires and illuminate the area. He then will fall and I can pummel him, but I also have to keep an eye out for his little cronies. Gotta destroy their sacks that they spawn from, avoid his sucking attack, and guide my Pikmin to repair a bridge in the middle of the room. It's a lot. And finally, the bridge is repaired, my yellow Pikmin ignited the room, and the real boss battle begins. This is easy enough, just gotta pummel him and avoid the sucking, you know, my specialty. A few minutes later, he KO'd, and guess who, of all people, is released from his belly? None other than Captain Charlie. He brings us interesting news. Apparently, Olimar is the one who has the cosmic key drive that fell from our ship. That bastard. He's on the planet too, apparently. And now we have to find him so we can get home. And of course, I had to do some collecting. I didn't get nearly enough spacesuit upgrades last game, so I wanted to do my due diligence and actually play right. The dodge whistle is super sick. We can roll over now, which is so fun. I love it. And we even have spicy berries now too, which I'm sure will come in handy for bosses. I plan on actually using those this time around. But next up, we're on our way to Tropical Wilds, a new region where Olimar is apparently located. After exploring the region, I found a path to the big slug fight pretty quickly. I had to reset this one because I just lost too many Pikmin. And then the second time I attempted, I just didn't beat him in time. So I went back a third time and got him pretty easy. I think it was because I didn't have enough time to both clear the way and go do the boss. But it was kind of cool when I saved the day this time and returned the next day, his health was exactly where I left it. And it was still in the second phase. Honestly, that's so sick. I really love that. I'm just noticing that a lot of the bosses have kind of been more about longevity, and with the time limit and everything, it's great that they made that a thing. Anyways, we got his loot, and it's another cell phone. So false alarm, seems like Olimar could potentially be in another region, Twilight River. Upon arrival, we discover a new onion, but have to gather pieces to fix a bridge in order to retrieve it. Once we fix the bridge, never mind. Once we gathered the forgotten pieces, we then saved our beautiful pink onion from the spider's web. And out came a gorgeous little winged Pikmin, a flying Pikmin. Oh, how cute. They can take up pink sprouts in the ground that will have all sorts of goodies buried underneath and fly over obstacles like water. Love that. Where the hell are the blue Pikmin anyway? Oh, look, I'm getting a call. And it's fucking Louie. He's in danger. Of course he is. Anyways, now we get to continue exploring with our new baby girl pink Pikmin and work our way up to what could be Olimar's signal. This game is really, really growing on me. My problem with the camera isn't really on my mind anymore. Honestly, I grew out of it and I've learned to work with it. They've made so many quality of life improvements. For example, all of the onions morph into each other so you can more easily control how many Pikmin are out on the field without running from onion to onion. I also love target locking, especially for the flyers, since I got so used to doing top-down view to get those guys in the other games. God, there's just a lot that I really love about this one. It's pretty polished, and the graphics are really just so pretty. Any complaints I would have just feel nitpicky, you know? I also really am loving the use of the touchpad. At first, it was annoying to look down to use the map, but this isn't just any old map, guys. It's interactive and detailed when touched. And I kind of like having a little gadget to look down on when I want to quickly reference my map and all. It's nifty. I'm just a Wii U apologist, okay? I've kind of been blazing through to really get into the meat of the story, so I've been skipping some fruit and extra exploration, but I'm definitely coming back to this one another time to really bust open a lot of those secrets. And so now we're on our way to the next boss of this region, but this Snagret is not the boss. No. We're still on our way over there. Oh God, they took Louie. You can keep him. I think it's funny that our crew thinks he is Olimar. Kind of confusing, but that's what's happening. The boss is this annoying ass hornet dude. He makes his little hornets do air formations, which looks scary, but they are pretty easy to dodge. I was just getting the hang of this guy before the countdown started, so I decided to retreat and come back the next day. But then the circle attack really threw me off. They were gobbling up my boys. It's fine. I figured it out. The bee is down, and now we get to take Louie back to the ship because he's unconscious. So I gotta I gotta take care of him again. The next day, Louis escapes the ship, and it looks like he stole our juice supply. What a fucking asshole. I spent a lot of time and effort accumulating all that juice. Now we're in a mysterious new area, and our quest is to find Louis. They think that he's Olimar though, so it is so confusing. But I know that guy. Trust me, I know that guy. We didn't find Louis right away, but we did find blue Pikmin. Finally. I am so relieved. I thought we never would. Now we can do more water things. Lots more water things. We're going deeper than ever before, pretty much underwater. The fighting is really interesting too. Luckily, we were able to secure a bunch of fruit, so we will not be starving today. Let's put these blue Pikmin to work. We gotta find Louis and get our food back. I can't believe he did that to me after all that we've been through. This area's boss was a trip. The Quaggled Meyerclops. He took a lot of Pikmin from us today. R.I.P. And it took me a few tries to figure out what the best Pikmin to bring are. Basically, I gotta attack his little hooves and then he'll collapse. And that leaves an opening for my rock Pikmin to get at him. After the crystal shatters, we can start doing actual damage to him by attacking his sack thing, and then you gotta watch out for his tongue or he'll eat everyone. The best part is I ran out of time again. You know what, guys? Slow and steady wins the race. So I came back the next day and really let him have it. I forgot about spray. That was helpful. What was not helpful was when he started doing double licks and eating my Pikmin again. Fuck you, guy. Eventually, we did it, and guess who pops out of his mouth? None other than Louis. God damn it, and now we have to save him again. Looks like the old ship is here too. Wow. The memories. But hey, at least we got our juice back. The crew finally figured it out. This isn't Captain Olimar after all, it's just Louis. How dare Louis slander Olimar's name? But anyways, Louis doesn't have the cosmic drive key, it's Olimar, remember? The final area, the formidable oak, is where we're probably gonna find Olimar and our key. I'm a little sad our final lineup doesn't include white or purple Pikmin from the last game. I miss my little poison guys and my big purple hunky dudes. The flying Pikmin are sick though, and rock Pikmin are kind of the same as purple Pikmin, just visually different and can beat up hard shit. Anyways, we found Olimar. He's getting eaten by a giant gold blob, so we free him and begin transporting him through the tree maze. This shit gets really crazy. A new golden blob appears and starts chasing us, so not only do we have to keep our Pikmin alive and safely transport Olimar back to the SS Drake, we need to avoid this gold blob. I got overtaken pretty much right away. He stole Olimar and I wasn't quick enough to retrieve him before the blob flew out of a window. And since I had fucked up so badly, it just straight up ended the day. This is an insane final phase. I actually ended up using a guide for this. Don't shame me. I was getting really frustrated and I spent way too fucking long trying to figure this out. I try to navigate towards just about anything I can interact with, remembering which items I have passed before and which areas I've been in, all while avoiding the blob and any enemies. I got trapped in a room while gathering a bunch of bombs and the blob snuck up on me. It was so fucked. I couldn't get Olimar out of there in time because of the dead end, and what was equally as fucked up was that I accidentally blew up the entire squad I had out, and so the blob escaped on me again. Good thing I have plenty of food. I'm just nervous about my Pikmin count, to be honest. So fucking annoying. I went back for those bombs the next day, but then I couldn't figure out where the fucking stone wall was, so Olimar nearly got gobbled up, and then it was a total meltdown because once I did find the wall, I didn't throw the bombs close enough, so I wasted them. Okay, reset. The next day, I got it right and kept it pushing. I'm honestly so frustrated, but like, this is the real challenge. The blob has been a nightmare, but I got so much done and managed to avoid it just long enough to build a bridge, and then he stole Olimar again. Let's just end the day so I don't lose any Pikmin. Sorry, Olimar, I'm leaving you behind. But now we can come back here and use this bridge tomorrow. When I went back to the bridge, I only had a few more things to unlock, and it went pretty smoothly. Just had to light some shit up, cross some bridge, and finally we were outside. Just gotta wait for Olimar to get here. He's pretty slow because he's being carried. But yeah, the blob's actually right behind him, so it's showtime, baby. So basically, he's got his arms and his legs out and he walks around spurting goo everywhere. He's so skinny. Waist snatch, babe. The goo does no damage or anything, but sometimes will morph into elemental threats like fire or crystal cubes. You can either ignore all of that and just pelt him with Pikmin, or go for it with the appropriate Pikmin type. I tried out the spam him with Pikmin method and got his health health down pretty low, but unfortunately the day ran out before I could finish him off. The next day, I ran right over and started working on damaging him through his weird little elemental blobs. But honestly, this whole thing is just like, how many Pikmin can you throw and how long can you last? It's kind of stupid. Unfortunately, Alfie went down first. The blob started going after the leaders pretty violently, but no worries, Brittany's got this. That's my girl. Oh, no, she doesn't. Okay, last ditch effort. We can run up the hill and grab every single Pikmin we got. His health is so low. Come on. Oh my god. The day's ending. Fuck. No. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Yay. We saved Olimar. This is so beautiful. It only cost the lives of every single Pikmin I had. I am not joking. And now we can get back to our home planet thanks to the cosmic drive key. What a beautiful game. I thought the final sequence with getting to the boss and the boss battle was a little frustrating, but not totally terrible or anything. The boss fight did kind of seem a little dumb, not gonna lie. I was definitely mauling a little bit. I did get the bad ending because I didn't collect a ton of fruit, but come on. I've put in my time here with Pikmin and all. I'd like to move on to the next game. A weird one, but it'll be a nice change of pace. The next game to come out in the Pikmin series was Hey Pikmin, a spin-off game released in 2017 for the 3DS. This game is a sequel to Pikmin 3, following the events of the previous game, I presume. We get to play as Olimar again, my boy, as he's finishing up a special space delivery, excited to go home to the old ball and chain. Something malfunctions with his warp and he loses control. He crash lands on a mysterious planet full of, you guessed it, Pikmin. Jesus, he nearly massacred them. Unfortunately, during the crash landing, we lost all of the sparklium that fuels our ship. Luckily, we can collect seeds with the help of our Pikmin friends. The only thing is we need 30,000 sparklium to get home, and seeds are only worth 1. Okay, I really like how this game utilizes both screens on the 3DS. It's always just so great to see games that don't make the bottom screen feel like a waste of space. You primarily play on the bottom screen, the touch screen, and in general, the game is pretty reliant on it. That's a hit or miss for some people. For me, I liked it. You actually hardly use the buttons at all. Of course, you're gonna use your joystick to move, but if you wanna whistle, you have to tap, and if you wanna launch Pikmin, you tap. And then you're either launching Pikmin at enemies or using them to gather items that have loads of sparklium. Something cute is the introduction of Pikmin Park, our home base where the ship and the onion chill out. In the surrounding areas, there's sparklium hiding, so you can send your Pikmin on little raids to go search for it. It's fine, it adds a little something, but honestly, it's just busy work. There's 49 total areas in this game within 9 sectors, each with little treasures and new Pikmin to discover. You don't get to choose which Pikmin accompany you, you just get what you get and you don't throw a fit. There are 20 Pikmin you can collect from each level, and the ones that make it to the end get to go back to Pikmin Park and do busy work. The little side levels are fun, the main stages are not particularly challenging. How much treasure you collect just depends on how thorough you want to be. I do love that the blue Pikmin water levels are actually underwater. Like, how fun is that? None of the bosses are particularly hard or anything. The game is pretty easygoing. It's definitely a change of pace from the other mainline games, you know? Those just require a little bit more brain juice. All in all, I honestly don't have much to say about Hey Pikmin. It's an adorable little side scroller, not like an amazing one, but it has Pikmin charm and is an enjoyable play. There's no real story progression, no new Pikmin in this game. It just is what it is. It's not really a standout of the series. I feel bad saying that, but that's what I think. But since there's not much to talk about with Hey Pikmin, I think it's time to get into the real star of this video. The game I'm sure you're all dying to hear about. Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 just came out in July of 2023. I've been dying to bust this one open. This is what it's all for. I can finally play this as a certified Pikmin fan. Wait, why is Olimar's voice so deep? Oh my god. This is so cool. This is the dog that everybody's been talking about. We got a dog and he helps us. This is so amazing. Oh my god. Yes, we're in a house now. I'm obsessed. The Pikmin seem to like it here too. I love how we're just invading somebody's home. What? We ride the dog. Oh, we can run into shit. Wow, I love this already. I'm so happy they went there and did some totally new shit. As we were running around looking for our runaway Pikmin, we came across our first combat situation. It took me a minute to get used to the rush ability, but I got the hang of it eventually. Rush does an assload of damage, and after we defeated the creature, out popped our interstellar radio. We used it to call out to the rescue team since we're in need of rescuing, and so now they're on their way to rescue me from this distant planet. And of course they crashed. You know, it seems to happen to these people a lot. Well, our new mission, rescue the rescue corps. Wait, what? We're creating our own character? You're joking. This is so amazing. We're the ones who get to go rescue the rescue corps and Olimar. I am obsessed. Okay, now, don't crash, babe. Whew, okay. Made a save. Thank God. Oh yeah, I guess it's only appropriate we get our own dog too. Ochi. Hi, Ochi. He's in the rescue corps too, I guess, and the first member we've saved from this treacherous planet. There's another member on the other side of this planet. Ochi's got this. Dogs are cool. Love the dog thing. And now Colin has been saved as well. He was taking a nap. He also gave me my own rescue tablet that we'll be using as a quest log and presumably for other things. Now we're going to look for their ship and oh, look, it's right fucking there. These people are helpless. Caves are back, baby. I'm sure cave lovers were stoked about this one. Pretty much right away, we find the captain and save her with the power of little Ochi. He's so cool. And now it's time to leave this little cave and reunite the team with their ship, the SS Shepherd, which looks pretty busted up and apparently was moments away from total destruction. And they're out of fuel or sparklium. Luckily, they have Olimar's previous voyage logs and know that the objects in this world contain sparklium. Now we get to collect sparkly stuff and extract energy for the ship. While searching for treasure, we found an onion, baby, and now we have red Pikmin helping us. So we get to work making more Pikmin and collecting treasure, including this little Game Boy SP, and extract all the sparklium to make enough energy to search for SOS signals. The next day, I get all geared up and used Colin to fast travel to a new region. That's pretty cool. Now we're on our way to Sun-Speckled Terrace. The cutest little backyard garden, it seems. Very Pikmin. Keeping an eye on our new clock. Wow. Times are changing. We seize the day and start exploring the area. To be honest, the tutorial's dialogue has been pretty heavy and kind of repetitive. And as someone who is now a certified Pikmin expert, it was sorta over-explaining a lot about every little thing in general. So I'm glad to be exploring and getting into the meat and potatoes a little bit. Something else that's new, gathering research materials. These items don't necessarily contain sparklium, but I'm sure they'll come into play more later. Ochi tracked the scent of a new crew member to a cave opening, so down we go. Caves seem to be pretty much the same, and before we knew it, we encountered a new Pikmin, Ice Pikmin. And geez, we got a whole other onion. It's Pikmin City around here. But it didn't have Pikmin in it, so we'll take it back to the surface for analysis. Thanks to our Ice Pikmin, we found another crew member. They were passed out, so we brought them back to the ship and got the hell out of there. So the onion we collected earlier, which is a little bit more garlicky looking maybe, that increases the capacity of the onion we have out on the surface. This game has limited the amount of Pikmin you can have out at one time, so they're just gonna make us work for that 100 max capacity on this one. We can also move our base around the map now, which is so super helpful. It also probably means our maps are a lot bigger, maybe, more to explore. At night, we do return to base camp where the crew member scientist guy we rescued earlier, Russ, was conducting some research on the stones that we've been collecting. Apparently they'll be useful for building later. Ochi also got bigger. Little cutie pie, I just love him. Okay, so we got a few new things coming at us. Bridge building, using the raw materials we've collected, and riding Ochi. We discovered quite a few caves today, one being all fiery themed, perfect for my red Pikmin, am I right? And yellow Pikmin too, I guess. They're the same as before, you know the drill. And caves have started to get deeper and have more sub-levels. The next crew member we found was Schnoz, a treasure appraiser. Turns out he's not a crew member though. though. Just a little pirate looking for treasure. But I guess we are good people, so we're gonna look out for any other civilians and save them on our mission. The next cave, Industrial Maze, separated Ochi from the rest of the party. It was actually kind of challenging to figure this one out. Gotta change the direction of the conveyor belts a certain way. I like a good challenge. The next castaway we found was another civilian, this time a florist, checking out the planet's flora and fauna. But why are people just chilling over here? It's like stupid dangerous. Fortunately, we gathered 2,000 sparklium, which has upgraded the radar of the SS Shepherd. And even though I have access to a new area, I'd like to keep exploring the one that I'm currently in. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface here. I did finally find another onion. Something that was different in this one I noticed is that no matter what kind of Pikmin I used to transport creatures and tokens back to the onion, only red Pikmin would pop out. So I guess you need to go find the appropriate onion color in this game in order to duplicate the other Pikmin colors. But I suppose that was true with the other games. However, typically new Pikmin would already be accompanied by their appropriate onion. In this one, they're just not always going to be, I guess. Well, then I'm glad I came back here. Also, apparently Ochi can't swim. My bad. Ochi can go on little expeditions with me, like following these crew member thieves down into a cave. Apparently, my Pikmin won't join me. But this furry guy is making my crew member friend all fuzzy? What the hell is going on here? He's inviting me to fight Dandori style, allocating Pikmin to me to solve puzzles in the most efficient way. Dandori is essentially the essence of what Pikmin is. I just gotta allocate my Pikmin to do the right things and be as efficient as possible. And of course I fucking crushed his ass. I'm a Dandori girly. And we got our crew member back, no problem. As I keep exploring the area, I was just finding out about all sorts of cool new things you can do with your Pikmin. Ice Pikmin can freeze bodies of water, which is so sick, I couldn't even believe it. I feel like they just got so creative when making this one. Like, okay, hypothetically, what could this type of Pikmin do? All right, put it in the fucking game. So amazing. These furries are just obsessed with Dandori. I love these little side puzzle caves, the time trial ones. These are so fun. Once I had completed everything I could at Sunspeckled Terrace, I decided to move on to my next area. We'll come back to Sunspeckled Terrace later when we progress further in the game, of course. Oh, now Ochi can swim. Thanks a lot, I guess. Oh shit, he can transport all Pikmin types in water? Typically, I noticed I like to spend the majority of the first day in a region just kind of getting a lay of the land, unlocking shortcuts and such. We'll gather some treasure, discover new cave locations. But you know, I was under the impression that ice Pikmin can swim, but no. Turns out they can just be in the water. No swimming for them. But I can get creative with it, you know. Back at our home base, fellow crew members and the randos that we've been saving have different interactions. The scientist runs a store where you can purchase upgrades and items. The captain will train Ochi to do new things for us. And the others mostly just seem to have little completionist quests for you to do. This cave is completely dark, and without buying a headlamp, I imagine pretty hard to explore. So yeah, definitely gotta keep checking back at that store. I feel like I have so much to say about this game, and I could sing its praises all day. This is the Pikmin game with the most going on. Each region is packed full of stuff to do, caves to visit, mini games, quests. I feel like it's just got so much. And I didn't even mention how beautiful it was. Jeez. We finally got Blue Pikmin, which opens up just a ton of new opportunities for us. I also really love the combat style in this game. Fighting with Ochi and Ice Pikmin is so OP. I'm also liking how this game isn't the most linear like Pikmin 3 was. It's not very boss-oriented. Like, okay, do an area, do the boss, next area. We're kind of going back to our roots here and allowed to roam wherever and do things in any order we like, sorta. All you have to do is collect enough sparklium to unlock more areas. Once I had saved the doctor, Yanni, he gave us more insight on how to fix the furries, or leaflings as they call them, night expeditions. We can revisit areas at night and collect luminol, the material needed to cure our leafling's affliction. This is totally new and exciting. We need to protect these mounds using the help of our newest Pikmin type, Glow Pikmin. These star fragments make more glow Pikmin, and you just have to use them to protect the luminol until dawn. You can also have trick knolls that distract enemies. If you succeed, it'll pop out glowy goo, and you get to keep a few glow Pikmin seeds. We can whip those glow seeds out at night or in caves, and now we can start curing leaflings. I'm pretty much done with my second area, Blossoming Arcade, and so far no real quote-unquote boss battles. The hardest thing I fought was the Snagrit. Those are just bitches. But yeah, I'm slowly making my way through all the caves and overworld, including the Dandori minigames. And in the Kingdom of Beast caves, a callback to Pikmin 2, ayo, we found Rock Pikmin, reunited once again. But the hardest opponent in the caves feel like mini-bosses from previous games, so I wonder when it's gonna get really crazy. Oh, never mind. I guess these goobers are a little crazy. This is the first time I've really lost a significant amount of Pikmin in a battle, was with these slobbery dudes. But I'm used to being absolutely massacred, you know? So far this game is a breeze compared to the carnage in like Pikmin 2. Maybe it's the auto lock, maybe I'm just not far enough into it, we'll see. After I freshened up my look and bought a few things from the lab, I decided to go explore our next area, Serene Shores. This fun little tropical paradise has some cool shit going on. In the afternoon, the water recedes, making it a little easier to explore certain areas. There's a buttload of caves here too. Each region so far has like 7 caves each, if you're counting the Dandori caves, which I do, yeah, sure. But most of them are shorter than the ones in Pikmin 2, so it doesn't feel like the whole game is being overtaken by cave dungeons yet. I did find a new onion in this area, another blue one, and in the next dungeon, the below grade discotheque, I figured out how to get my very first pink girly winged Pikmin, my little loves. Holy shit, I see why they call this dungeon a discotheque. This is fucking hardcore. Actually, the best boss I've gotten to so far. Maybe I spoke too soon. This is awesome. He possesses my Pikmin to dance. I can't really be too mad. But yeah, he wrecked my ass. Jesus Christ. Finally, my Pikmin are starting to be picked up. I was getting a little bored of exploring the beach area, so I decided to go for some nighttime stuff. I need to be doing these to cure the furry leaflings because apparently one of them is our ship's pilot and the last crew member we need to recover. This time, we learned a new glow Pikmin skill, their glow ball attack. Very cool. I didn't use it much because it's the same as Ochi's attack and I like riding him more than Glow Ball. Okay, wait, it's actually kind of good, so maybe I'll try it. Ugh. With our harvest, we cured a leafling who is not our pilot, but a guy who wants to start doing real estate on this planet. God damn it. Why must people ruin everything? After one more night excursion, we managed to save our pilot. Hallelujah. Now everyone can stop bugging me about it. Bernard is back. And now the crew's been reunited. Bernard just so happens to have intel on Olimar's whereabouts. Olimar's been sending an SOS signal from inside a giant house-like structure. Sound familiar? The newest unlocked area, Hero's Hideaway, might just be exactly where we need to go. I'm obsessed with Pikmin in a house. Like, this is crazy cool. This looks just like the house Olimar was in at the start of the game. Huge clue to that. Moss, his dog, just chilling on the couch. God, I wish that were me right now. But Colin brings something up. He mentions that it's also the same dog that one leafling has, the red one. And to be honest, I didn't really connect the dots initially, but maybe, yeah, that leafling is Olimar? Maybe he got turned. I don't know, it's all a mystery to me. But hey, now she's stealing my Pikmin. What the fuck? And she's dragging them all over the damn house. What is wrong with her? Now, you know what? I'm gonna destroy her. Oh, well, I guess she can't fully die. Probably wouldn't be good for the story, so I'll move on, but I got my eye on her. The house has a bunch of interesting things, one of those things being a safe or bunker, as we're calling it, and I somehow have to find the combination for it. There's a lot of little passageways to discover that help you navigate the map. I keep trying to discover more to figure out how to access certain areas. I feel like the house has been the most complex area thus far. And what's making it more difficult is that I have moss up my ass all the time trying to steal my Pikmin. I just beat her until she passes out and move on, but it eats up time regardless. Our first cave, Plunder Palace, has bread bugs, my favorite. And my other favorite, this stupid porcupine bug. He won't even come down here and fight me like a man. And I can't even harvest his corpse. Great. But oh my god, you guys, my big boys. My purple Pikmin are back. Oh, how I miss these little chunks. I've been collecting these little playing card treasures, and apparently they correspond with the combination to the safe or bunker in the back of the room. Once I had every card collected, I used the numbers to unlock the corresponding suits on the safe. Upon opening said safe, there was supposedly evil Olimar. Just chillin', waiting for me. I don't know if he's evil as much as he's just a furry leafling now, and just like obsessed with Dandori. But guys, it's go time. This showdown is a good old-fashioned Dandori battle. I gotta say, I'm kind of a Dandori expert now. I was totally smoking this guy. And then he throws the sneak bomb curveball at me. I thought I was gonna have to defend all my treasure, but turns out I can grab it and use it on him instead. So yeah, I did. With that, my skills, the golden pair, and all the points I got, I fucking destroyed Olimar. Aw, he just wants to go home to his wife and kids. I feel like a dick now. Of course, we gotta go on another night expedition to get a remedy for Olimar's leaflingness. So we might as well do that so the poor guy can just go home. Once we got the cure from the luminals, we saved Olimar. Yay! Clap, 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 clap. He's normal again. Mission accomplished, Rescue Corps. Now we get to take Olimar back to his family. And we're off into space. Goodbye, Pikmin and Pikmin Planet. Roll credits. Oh, but there's just one problem. Ochi's got the Pikmin disease. We have to return to the Pikmin planet immediately. His condition is not good. He sprouted a leaf on his tail, and he can't leave this planet. He would be very ill and in danger if he did so. So what would the option be? Leave him? That's just not acceptable, honestly. He's kind of the shit, so of course we're gonna find him a cure. Apparently, the luminal medicine doesn't work on him, so we have to start from square one. We're searching for a veterinarian from Kopai somewhere on this planet named Nell. And now we get to chase her SOS signal, which leads us to Giant's Hearth. You know, I was so fucking enjoying this game until I saw him. Of course he's here. And he's stealing a castaway. God, I hate that guy. I guess we gotta find him. Ochi tracks their scent to a cave and they jump in? What is Louie's problem? Great, now we have a super hard Dandori battle ahead of us. Louie sacrificed the castaway to the onion. Motherfucker. But they didn't pop out with a leaf. Interesting. Anyways, on to the Dandori battle. He whooped me. It was so hard, guys. I couldn't figure out how to get rid of these stupid A-bales. Turns out it was fire. I needed fire. Okay, well, it set me back. I had to try again. This time it was so close, but I did it. Damn, that was really hard. But take that, Louie. Turns out this isn't even the veterinarian we needed, but they are also from Kopai, so that's helpful. When our new friend, York, awoke, he didn't have much useful information for us. Turns out he's just been drinking the glowing goo that we've been harvesting for medicine. Maybe that's why he didn't go turn into a leafling when Louie onioned him. And I guess that Louie's been trying to steal their glowing goo stash. And that's why there's beef there. Go figure. This guy. So now we get to explore Giant's Hearth and see if we can find Nell or any of her other companions. I love this portion of the game. It's gotten pretty difficult at this stage. And exploring all the different areas has been so cool. I can't emphasize it enough. I really can't wait to come back and 100% this game. This cave dream home was really interesting. It's all just one huge sub-level with a safe that I have to find the combination to. The combination is on playing cards, as we know, and so I need to find those, knock some shit over, send hordes of Pikmin at bellies, and save the day. We found Don Bergman, one of York and Nell's companions. How convenient. convenient. We just need to find Smelly Nelly now. Oh, okay, now we figured out what happened to Nell. She got carried away by a huge dog. And she isn't even here in Giant's Hearth. Louie probably dragged her to a whole new area, so we're gonna investigate the primordial thicket. Sounds pleasant. It's actually so gorgeous. Oh my god. Ooh. That guy's scary. Louie's got Nell, of course, and probably tons of glowing juice, because he's a dirty, dirty thief. But I guess he wants a rematch. Bring it on, Louie. I'm coming for ya. Jesus Christ, everything is poisonous here. And sticky icky. Hold on, Louie. I'm coming for ya. It's just taking me a minute. Ooh, we're going into another Dandori battle. I'll get him first try this time. Oh. Fuck, never mind. This is super hard. We're working with pink Pikmin. They are slow and super weak. So I have to really change up my strategy here. Even with getting in a sneak bomb, I lost. Wait. I have a dog who can carry up to 100. What am I doing? He's strong as hell. Yeah, we need to utilize Ochi more. I just like riding on his back so much, but I have to let go of that tiny little boost of speed and have him get down and dirty here. We are taking it, boys. Oh yeah. Ochi power. Take that, Louie. Now we just need to rescue Nell, and Louie should be gone for good. Seriously, screw that guy. Don't worry about Moss. She's gonna find her way back to Olimar. And now that she is awake, she takes a good look at Ochi and concludes that we need cells from a dog that hasn't been leafified. Using those cells, we can make a cure to fix both Moss and Ochi's leaf tail problem. Apparently, there's just the dog in the cave near the back of the primordial swamp. My favorite. Oh, and Louie might be with this giant scary dog. Very cool. While I was gearing up for this adventure, Olimar taught Ochi how to swallow. I guess he can just swallow items instead of carrying them. Neat. As I was leaving, Nell tried to actually defend Louie, saying he, quote, looked after her in his own way. I can't believe this. Apparently, I need to try to save him now too. Back to the primordial thicket. This place is insane to navigate. Luckily, I got a clue and started using Ochi to fight everything. It's been very helpful against the poisonous gas. I found a new base and had my Pikmin build up to where the final boss battle was, and was just starting to make my way over, but we almost got wrecked in the mud. Nice. Gotta find a way around this. Oh, I'm just a dumb idiot. There's a path right through it. Okay, mission accomplished. We're at the Cavern for a King. Louie's definitely in here. Said he's laying low. Let's go get him. This cavern is 20 sublevels deep. I'm honestly just trying to preserve the best I can this run. I don't think I'll be 100%ing this my first time through. Oh, this is a goddamn nightmare already. Of course, I gotta get the big guy to open the gate. Ochi can withstand the poison, so he kind of goes in after the shroom and tips him over, and then I come in with the big guns. He does regenerate everything around him, so I gotta be careful and do it very slowly. Slow and steady wins the race here, and helps me not murder a ton of Pikmin. But what's all this then? No way. Is that a white bulb? Are these my white boys? I love white Pikmin. Oh, what a blessing. My white Pikmin that love poison. Oh my god, there's literally another bulb right here at the entrance. Okay, well, guess I could have used that earlier. Go, Ochi, go! Alright. Next time, dude. This is fucking insane, guys. Actually, no, Snagrets aren't that bad. You just gotta time it right and not get too greedy. This soundtrack is totally bitchin' too. Oh, okay, I see now. All the sublevels are gonna be like this with the kill count door. Oh yeah, they're all just super wild. Pikmin 4 really goes easy on you though. You can return to any sublevel of any cave you've been to and you don't have to start from the beginning. So we're gonna be okay, truly. Probably just gonna take me a while. And by this point, I have quite a few tricks up my sleeve. On sublevel 6, I saw Louie. Of course he ran away, because he's a coward. Luckily, this was a rest level, and I could get some ice Pikmin. They're truly the best of the best. This guy launched my ice Pikmin off the ledge. What the fuck? Well, Ochi doesn't take ice damage, so I guess he's going solo. And he doesn't take fire damage either. easy mode. I'm now remembering what I said about there not being enough bosses in this game. Damn, that really came back to bite me, didn't it? This game does have some of the best bosses in Pikmin though. Level 10. This guy threw me for a loop. But you just need to aim for the top of the head and avoid his red smoky stuff. He did wipe out my ice Pikmin. How nice of the game to let you reset. Oh my God, thank you. Second time around, I only lost like 30 Pikmin. I will take it. Just who I wanted to see after that super fun battle, Louie. But since I finally have a rest level up next, I figured it's a good time to regroup and gather more Pikmin from the outside rather than trying to push on with 26 left in the army. But I guess I'll have to come back tomorrow since the countdown started. Damn it. We are so close, guys. I'm loving this cave. It's really fun to test your skills in this way. Sure, a lot of Ochi's training, items you can buy, little power-ups, they help a ton. And the game holds your hand a little bit, allowing you to return to sub-levels, of course. But also, you can't run past this shit. You gotta face your demons head on here. And to think I thought I would be able to get away with that shit. This isn't Pikmin 2. Oh, I remember these fuckers from Pikmin 2. I remember when they steamrolled my entire Pikmin army. Killed them dead. Well, apparently purple Pikmin are effective against them for shockwave reasons. I don't know. But my God, these are the most annoying enemies in the entire game. I hate their flailing little arms. I love how they're like, you know what everyone wants? To be stuck in a tiny room with an Empress Bullblacks. She crushed me dead. Luckily, I get a redo. Yeah, I'll just bomb her out. Okay, what the fuck? All my Pikmin decided to run in. Not great. Oh my God, this is just a mess. It's worth it to just use all these bombs now. Sure, yeah. Hope I don't regret that later. She absolutely decimated our whole crew. Okay, we're at 18 now. Let's just make it through this one, please. This isn't so bad. I think Pick Carrots were the real MVPs here. And level 19 has no enemies, just treasure. I'm not going into level 20, the final boss with 20 Pikmin. I mean, come on. We gotta be more professional than that. We'll do an old leave and come back for sure. And then it's dog time. So basically his first phase, he just runs at you and tries to smush. You stun him on the conveniently falling rocks and go for the tail, then the belly. Second phase, ice. Easy enough. Just avoid his ice attacks. Go for the tail, then the belly. Third phase, this one's called I'm an Idiot. I didn't have the suit upgrade that protects you from shock, which would have been so helpful here. Ochi has all the upgrades because that's my boy. Gotta take care of him. So tell me why I didn't think until like a good 5 minutes in, hey, why not just leave me behind and control Ochi? Yeah, that worked out great. Next phase, fire. Same kind of deal, except the fire went all the way back and destroyed the Pikmin I had chillin' in the corner of the arena. Yup, that was super smart of me. Time to whip out some glow Pikmin. We're actually doing okay with glow babies. The final phase is similar to level 10's mini boss with the evil red smoky stuff. Very gloomy. He starts doing this shouting thing though, and it's just really hard to work around that. He just kept smoking me and smoking me and smoking me, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to rewind quite a bit, but eventually I ended up going back to the surface. It was just too fucked. I needed to not try to do the final phase with like 20 Pikmin. But guys, it's Pikmin. They started me back at the very last phase. We have to remember, it's Pikmin, and it's really just not that serious. We came out on top, baby. And Louie came out on bottom. He's lucky we're nice enough to save him. Using the fur from the dog's collar, the professionals whipped up some special medicine for Ochi and Moss. Ochi's worked, but unfortunately, Moss's didn't. Moss was born and raised here, and this planet is where she belongs. That's so sad, but so beautiful. And so everyone is off, and that was Pikmin 4. God, that was an amazing game. So, pros of Pikmin: super fun, relaxing, time management, organization, beautiful concept. Cons of Pikmin: Louie. I feel like I can't even describe to you how happy I am that I got to play all of these games. I don't even know how to properly describe what I'm feeling, except that I want to keep playing them over and over and over. Like, this is just the beginning for me. I'm fully obsessed. Could I rank them? Well, maybe I could try, but honestly, my opinion might change over time. Pikmin 1, I felt like it was perfect in a lot of ways. Very simple, especially compared to the more recent games, but super concise and put together really well. I like the 30-day limit, maybe an unpopular opinion, but I can see why it didn't really hit with a lot of people, but it kept me motivated to go back and do things right and be more efficient, and I like games like that. It's sort of the essence of Pikmin. Pikmin 2 was a good sequel, I think. Maybe an unpopular opinion, but looking back after playing the other games, the caves were a little much. I felt that they got very difficult way too quickly and kind of consumed the rest of the game with just how bloated they were. I feel like 4 had a great amount of caveage. Pikmin 3 is a great time. I like how it took a lot of chances and had some out-of-the-box ideas. There were a lot of things to love about it, a lot of changes, and overall it was a good experience. Pikmin 4 is just fucking amazing. I can't believe this game. See, this is why I'm thankful I played all the others before starting with this one, because I can appreciate how fucking amazing it really is. The Pikmin in this one are so smart, it's unreal. Whatever they did to optimize this shit, it worked. It flows so seamlessly, there were so many amazing quality of life changes. I love the new additions, like the dogs, the new Pikmin, the mini games, and they really took so many great elements from prior games in the series and made them better, in my opinion. I am super stoked on this one. It is a lot different. I'm not sure how I felt about all the dialogue and just how much talking there was. I skipped over so much shit because I just felt like it was kind of getting excessive, especially if you have to talk to everyone that you rescue, send back to base camp, like my god. I'm not sure if all that is necessary for a Pikmin game, but it's something that is comfortable for a lot of people who would be picking up this game for the first time. New players might need that extra guidance in order to jump into a game like this. And the heavy dialogue is very informative about like Pikmin in general and about how the game works, but I just felt like it was super repetitive. All right, my ranking. As of right now, 4, 1, 3, 2. 2 just doesn't hit like the other ones for me. If you're a caver, 2 might be at the top of your list. Oh, and hey Pikmin, I don't have a lot to say about that one at all. And wow, you know what? I forgot about Pikmin Bloom. Fuck! Let me know if you guys even like this type of video, because I love making them. I actually really enjoyed everything about Pikmin. I can now say I am officially a Pikmin head. Do Pikmin heads call themselves something special? Let me know. I am full-blown obsessed with it. I am so glad that I took the time to sit down and play something that I hadn't really played that much before. Not only is it cute, but it's engaging, it's casual, it's fun. There's just too much to love. If you liked this video, you might like the video where I played every single My Sims game on the Wii. That one was a certified banger. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day and you continue to do so, and I will see you in the next one.